What's going on, everybody? Tom with Charger Media here, and today I'm talking about lead routing. So, this is basically just going to go over, how to set up a lead routing rule, and then also how to turn on lead routing, because there are a few different things that you need to do in order to get your lead routing to get set up and working. So, all of this is going to be taken care of in your CRM settings. So, go to the bottom left and go to CRM settings. Okay. And I'm going to go to lead routing, this option right here. I've been doing a whole bunch of testing on this. So this is, if you don't have any lead routing rules set up, this section will be blank. But actually, let me turn off my video here. Okay, great. So if you don't have any lead routing rules set up, what you're going to want to do is go to the top right where it says add lead routing. Okay, click on that. Now, one thing I always like to talk about, whether I'm in a demo or whether I'm on the phone with somebody, is you don't fill out anything on this that isn't on your lead forms. The only things that are required to fill out on this lead routing rule setup is the name, so whatever the lead routing rule name is, the source, the acceptance time, and the team members. That's it. So everything else is just kind of, if you have it on your lead forms, fine. But generally what I tell people is to, just kind of put whatever is required, because I've seen it happen where somebody would fill out, every single section, and then leads don't come in right, or they don't come in at all. So that's definitely something to keep in mind. So if it were me doing this, I would just do name, source, acceptance time, and team members. So let's just do like a basic setup here. So let's do this for Zillow. Sure, right? Go Zillow, Tom. Okay, so price min, price max, I'm not going to worry about. Now let's go to source. I'm going to go all the way down where it says Zillow. All right, so now basically what I'm saying is whenever a lead comes in from the source Zillow, this is where I'm going to set up what happens. So now we're going to go to the acceptance time. So if I want this to work like round robin, essentially, where it just assigns automatically to whoever's next in line, I'm going to have to put in a 0 there. I know there's like a 0 there kind of grayed out, but you're actually going to have to put in a 0 if you just want it to be assigned to whoever's next in line in the routing rule or in the team member section. Now, let's just say I want to give them some time to accept it. So let's just say I'll click 5 minutes. This will give everybody in your team member section, so let's pick a few. So we'll go with Tom with Charger Media, me, and myself, okay? So now, this is going to give each of these 4 team members 5 minutes to accept the lead. Okay, so now what happens is if one person doesn't accept it in 5 minutes, it goes to the next person. If they don't accept it in 5 minutes, it goes to the next person. If the 4th person doesn't accept it within 5 minutes, first of all, you're gonna have to have a conversation with whoever is in this lead routing rule, because that's crazy. 4 people didn't accept it. Anyway, basically what's going to happen at this point is it's going to go out to everybody in this lead routing rule on a first come first serve basis. So now let's say, oh, I love that idea. I want that to happen right off the bat whenever lead comes in from this source. I want it to go to everybody in this team member section on a first come first serve basis. And I know we have a video on how to set up a pool lead routing rule, but I'm going to cover it here as well. So if you click on pool, this acceptance time field is no longer editable. Essentially what's going to happen is whenever a lead comes in from the source Zillow, all 4 of these team members are going to get a notification that says, hey, a new Zillow lead has become available to the first person who accepts it. And then if they are the first person who accepts it, they'll get the lead details. If not, it'll say, unfortunately, this lead has already been accepted, and it'll literally say, you got to be quicker next time. It's a great way to keep your agents in tracks, or in check. So that's kind of everything I want to talk about with lead routing. As far as setting it up. So now let's just say that this is good to go. I'll click save. And this looks good. It's active. And now what I want to do is go to my registration and lead distribution. So if you haven't changed this, I believe it should default to manual. Manual just means whenever a lead comes in, you have to manually assign them to an agent. round robin, that's going to be when it's going to automatically assign to whoever's next in line. Routing is going to abide by your lead routing rules that you set up in your lead routing section. Now, when you change it from one thing to another, always make sure you click Save Lead Distribution. That's super crucial, otherwise it won't save and it won't work the way that you want it to. That's super important to keep in mind. So I change it to routing, save lead distribution, you're good to go. So now that I have everything set up, whenever a lead comes in from Zillow, and I can absolutely check this if I want to. So whenever a lead comes in from Zillow, what's going to happen is, since I have it sent to Pool, all 4 of these team members are going to get a notification basically bursted to them. It's going to say, like I said before, a new Zillow lead has become available to the first person who accepts it. So now if I don't want it to be a pool, I can do that. And then if I want it to automatically assign to whoever's next in line, I put in 0. If I want to give them some time, whether it's 3 minutes or 5 minutes or 8 minutes or whatever, however many minutes I want to give them, I can do that. Also, if you want to kind of keep track of it, what you can do is put your email address in here as well, so that way you can see when a lead comes in and then also who accepts it. So let's just say you're not part of the lead routing rule. You can kind of monitor the situation. So yeah, that's a little bit of everything. If you have any questions about lead routing or anything else, please reach out to the support team. We can be reached at support@georgiamedia.com. Give us a call at 203-283-4240. And then also check out our help forum at help.georgiamedia.com. It's got a bunch of videos like this that are kind of geared towards helping you out. So thanks. I hope you found this helpful, and I will talk to you soon.